Hi guys, from Echine 1. This is my latest video I put on YouTube. Gonna bring because it's gonna be my final review on this Eachine LR4 Shadow long range quadcopter. It's quite nice, but after a long time, after a long taste, I come up with the idea. Uh, it is a beautiful quadcopter for sure, but lack for me, lack of experience from Eachine. I say that because I do like Eachine very much. Don't take it wrong, because most of my product is from Eachine. But about this one, Eachine should have care a little bit more, I believe. Eachine put the good things about Eachine put cheap stuff on the market, and they're quite good. But on this one, it seems for me is a failure. It's still good. I will still use it, of course, but a cheap price. I would rather pay another £20 more, another $20 or $30 more if you want, and get a little bit some quality on this one. Something I'm quite disappointed. I fly it now for a long time. I've been testing, retesting. You can see the blade, they are quite spoiled, but it's still good. I have to say, it is good and not good in the same time. What really I'm quite disappointed, GPS, no matter whatever technique you use, I've been using this one. If you see, it is improved a lot actually, but the GPS itself, the original one, come from Eachine, is a brand Eachine from the bottom, and for me it's the cheapest you can put on. They could put a little bit better, even at 220, and this is a ultralight GPS. I don't know if you can catch on camera the ultralight, very thin, basically have no enough separation for me, and the plate is pretty much useless. So the main problem with the GPS, you can catch, let's say, catch a satellite even 14, I caught even 20, but it is possible during the flight you lose that as well. So the GPS is a negative completely. For me, would be removed straight away. So if you have bought one of these, so remove the GPS straight away and take my suggestion on board and keep doing this modification. It will help you, let's say, for the annoying things to lose the GPS or connecting the beginner, especially when you go a cold start. This will help you a lot. But remove the GPS, put any GPS, make sure it's a good one. There is even a cheap one from TBS Crossfire. It's the cheapest you can go. It is, trust me, it is better than this one. And I recommend to change the GPS. Now, let's go on to the other problem. The VTX, like usually, Eachine doesn't pass any information, and that's one another point negative about Eachine. I'm hoping in the future I'll learn something and to bring more information about the GPS, the quality of GPS, the bow, and the other things about the GPS. I put as a standard 11-200 bow rate, but you know, Eachine, like usual, doesn't give it that much information. I'm quite disappointed about. But now let's go for this one, because that's another disappointed. This analogic one, I don't use yet digital one, because I still prefer the analog than digital. Digital for me is still far away for pretty long time. I'm still stuck with analog, and I love very much analog. It is cheap, cheerful, and for me, I have the best you can do from analog. So not yet with the digital. So this is the analog as a situation here we have. Unfortunately, like usually, Eachine, another negative point, it doesn't give no information about the VTX. There is no information at all. To get my channel right, I had to press at least 2 hours to get right. Finally, I will not touch no more. I will use it the way it is till I will remove it definitely. The reason for that why I will remove, I have no control. I'm using TBS Crossfire, and on the website it tells you exactly how to connect the TBS receiver to the flight controller, the TX, RX, and it worked really nice. So far I've been checking Betafly, and making sure when it comes to the VDX, when it say ready on the corner, that's ready. Unfortunately, the VDX still not responding. I have a control to move stuff up and down, but it will not pick it up that whatever I ask it to do. So we are still at the same point, backwards. Okay, and my recommendation, remove that as well, because this VTX it leak in more channel. It means if you set one channel, it may have two channel more where it set the channel. So leaking from everywhere. So recommendation, if you bought the analogic one, go and remove it. Put something more serious than the one you put Eachine. Fly controller, that's another disappointed. It been worked good so far till now, till a couple days ago. The gyro, unfortunately, since the beginning, I've had a big issue. I don't believe it's a bug in a beta fly. I do believe it's the cheap fly controller Eachine put on. I was wishing to put with a bit more money on the top, a bit better than that. I'm hoping Eachine will learn about this one. When you put something, make sure it really work and work for at least sometimes. For me, it's not working no more, unfortunately. The gyro gave up completely. I had a lot of problem in the beginning when I put the fly, when I'm started to plug in the battery, always keep going to the left, sometimes keep off on the right, go forwards, backwards, it never get right. And in the beginning, I was believe was something wrong with my setting, and then fix everything. Making sure your stick is a center zero, a zero position. But this, unfortunately, the gyro still give a trouble, and I had a problem since the beginning. Till the end, the gyro no longer working. I don't believe it's a bug inside the gyro. This beta fly 0.2, 4.2, and that problem, my guess is, the bugs by comes different from the fly controller, because this problem is since the beginner, and the fly controller, it doesn't respond the way it's supposed to respond. And I've done so many times fail safe return home. It done a good job for at least 30-40 times, and me, as usually, before I put a star, this fly controller can be good. All the things inside is trustable. I do long testing. Finally, the fly controller give up, and you already is not the first fly controller from Eachine. I have the Tyro 129, and after nearly 35 flights, the fly controller give up, and unfortunately it died. No more recover anything. It completely off. You can no longer put back on the beta fly or iNav and reflash back. Completely dead. I was believe it was my fault. Then I realized beta fly or iNav I put inside still working, but as soon as you plug on, it's like delete everything. The CPU is gone. This fly controller, unfortunately, is still working, but I can work this one only in acro. I've been flying a couple days ago just for testing, and if you arm in angle mode or horizon mode, it flips straight away. And then if you arm it with acro, it start to fly. You can do anything. It's enough you don't use the gyro, it will work. And my point is, there is a bug inside. I'll leave it a question mark. I don't know. But my question remains always as usually. I do not trust the flight controller from Eachine. I have a long experience about that. It's untrustable, the flight controller Eachine put on. I would suggest one day Eachine to start to think with a tiny bit more money, put something a bit better and can last. And this one, it done less than, I guess, between 35-38 flights. Is start to give up, and I'm really disappointed. So the question is, this one, the LR, one of many? give you the same kind of a problem. I believe all LR4, I don't want to mention all the name, but all of them, they all suffer the same things. One of the main reasons is the GPS. And if you use a Betaflight, when you go to it, the GPS rescue, there is, let's say 60 to 70%, it may work. Some, they will not even work from factory. Mean, when you buy, will not work. There is only one thing you have to do, like I'm gonna do me today. After long, I knew I have to do something about. I didn't want to change no GPS, no VTX yet, no flight controller. My point was to keep carry on flight the way it is and to see the fault, whatever comes, I get. I mean, I judge from there. And for me, this one, the only thing good I can say is the motor. I'm really surprised. They're quite good. Efficiency, they are there. The frame, it is the lightest you can get from all LR4. Is the lightest because the other from LR4 long range, they're quite a bit heavy. They are between 50, even 70, some even more than 70 grams extra. Me, I put plastic all over the place and still more lighter than the other one. Okay, one thing is Eachine done another mistake. He put this, I'm gonna bring very close, these metal things on the close here. I always pay attention when I put the battery on the top to make sure this one do not bring too close to ESC here. Can you see here? Sometimes this one it touch here, shortcut, especially when you arming the motor they are live. So this, my recommendation, put some plastic or sellotape, anything you want, or put something here, sellotape on the top here, whatever you want. Me, I always pay attention about this one. I always make sure it's on the top before I plug in the battery, because this one, this metal here, on going anywhere to the flight controller or near to the, nearly very close to the camera, nearly here, it can touch this metal here. Yeah, as you see, it will touch, shortcut, and we've done even the most beautiful thing to destroy everything. So I wish Eachine would ship it with metal inside, because it needs to be strong enough and to inject the battery so easily, but to put some plastic mold on the top or something more useful. Okay, this is one other problem Eachine should look after. So if you don't know this problem, carefully about this one. This metal I bring very close. If you go near the escape or flight controller, it can short. Or if you go inside, it can touch flight controller, it can give it trouble. This I remind myself every time I bought, since this one quadcopter, to remind myself about this problem. One more thing. The flight controller, in one of the corner, this flight controller is a right 5 volt. Be careful if you want to keep to use this flight controller. Make sure you use a tester. One of the 5 volt is not 5 volt, it's 12 volt. So if you plug anything, it will burn. So make sure you do that. Use a tester, each one, before you plug in your receiver and everything. Unfortunately, problem, I guess, Eachine doesn't pass information. You need to put some joint pad somewhere on the board to give a 5 volt there. But it's written that 5 volt and supposed to be 5 volt. There is no information about anywhere, but when you go to plug in, the 5 volt is 12 volt. If you keep using this flight controller, remind yourself. I don't remember if it's this corner here or the other corner here. So the 5 volt is 12 volt. So use a tester. This is another disappointing thing. Information like this could help, because if someone put a receiver and plug in the wrong place, it will burn or fry anything connect to it. Okay. Another things. The camera, I have to say, to be the smallest that I can see from Eachine put on over there, it is good. I'm surprised. So the only thing I like it is the frame, quite light. The antenna, I give a 50-50. I'm not impressed very much. Could be the VTX. I have no idea if it's that. It's really shit. At nearly 70 meters, start to give the flick back. I know it's only 25 millivolt, but me with 25 millivolt, I can go at least 150 meters. I don't get a flickery things. I don't know if it's the antenna together is a match of crap. I don't know. This is something is to finish off to test, but I'm stopping here to test. This is my last test from this Eachine LR4 Shadow long range. It is quite efficient. I fly this exclusively at 3S, 1500 milliamps. It gives me 11 minutes if you punch up with the throttle. If you go docile, fly only FPV long range, it gives me nearly 14 minutes flight with a 1.5 milliamps, 3S, not 4S, 3S. It still give quite a bit of a punch. Of course, you cannot do acro, you can do upside down even with the 3 cell, but you're gonna slide quite a bit. With the 4 cell, you can still manage quite good. Compared to the other LR4, it seems a little bit underpowered, but slightly underpowered. But you get a benefit. This one, it can bring you far away. If you're gonna do long range, probably this for me is the best one. It would be a good LR4 for me if you was to look after the GPS, the flight controller a little bit better than that one is on net, and the VTX would be even better if you would put a little bit more attention. That's too cheap, really cheap. It leaks from everywhere, the channel. That's quite disappointing. I know it's cheap, but I would spend another $30 more and get something a little bit, tiny bit better. It would be for me, I would put more thumbs up, more star on this one. In this case, I put thumbs down for Eachine. I'm sorry about that. And I have to put thumbs up for other fly quadcopter this range. Let's say I'm quite disappointed. I was wishing the Eachine pay more attention. I know you sell this one very cheap. You let fly everyone, but fly everyone a low budget is good, but how long you can fly, and that's the matter for me. Here is my point. Anyway, I was very lucky. I get this flight controller. It was a gift. I will do a video. The next video I will do the video about this one. I'm gonna bring very close. I don't know if your camera will enlarge. Is the F722 Mini SE from Matek. It is one of the best for me at this range. It's a tiny bit. I will put that. I'm very lucky I get this one 5 days ago. I'm very lucky it happened just in the right time. I was planning to put in a plane this one, but I changed my mind. I have to remove from the plane and put on this one for sure because that one is gone. And I'm gonna put this one. I received 5 days ago as a gift. I have to say thank you very much for this gift. I really appreciate. Probably you come at the right time when I was crying for the Eachine flight controller not working no longer. So this will help me to put this over there. It's the smallest you can see and match even that one. So I'm double lucky to get one of this one nearly for free. For my donor, I have to say thank you very much. You're gonna support my channel. I really appreciate. I've been listening at the end of the month. There is more gift coming, a lot of gift coming, and I'm really pleased about that because this one keep my channel carry on and let me force me enjoy it because this product I will use it personally, and of course I will put on YouTube, show the benefit of this one, and I will show whatever I do with this one. The next video I will do is about this flight controller. I suggest to watch it. I will teach you a lot of things. It's the reason of this flight controller. It is very small. If you see this one And now I'm gonna show you a normal flight controller range, because the next video is about this one. This is the normal stack, as you see about this one. Yeah, they come together with the whole connector, everything from Matek. It's not Matek who sponsor this one, it's a private company, and I appreciate about that. And this will go on the top to make it the normal size of a flight controller if you want. But me, I'm gonna use inside over there, so I'm gonna use the smaller. As you see, it's really as big as my thumbs. You see? It is bigger as my thumbs. It is really small. Some people will faint when it comes to soldering this flight controller, how small it is. It is really small. If you tell it's very small, it is very small. I do like soldering, and next video I will show you how to solder this flight controller. Easy peasy. I will teach you tricks and tips to solder this one, because let's say the pad is very small compared to a normal pad. As you see, it's quite big, this one, the pad to soldering. Of course, it's more easy to soldering, but when it comes to soldering some pad like this, it's quite difficult. It is quite challenging. For the beginners, it's gonna be very hard. But for you, I will make it very easy how to solder this one. So the next video I will do is about this one. I will bring on my table all the tips and tricks to use to solder this flight controller. So it will become very easy to soldering. It will help a medium person who knows how to solder already to the beginner one. Even if you're some professional, whatever you want, you are welcome to come here. There is always something to learn from someone else. I hope I teach you something the next video. Let's say like this. There is always to learn something, even for me. I keep watching some video. I still watch someone soldering out there to learn even further, to improve even myself. I learn a lot in many years, and finally I can put something together to bring to you to solder even this small pad, easy peasy. And I will teach you many tricks on the next video. So this one, it comes really in the right time. As you see, it comes with all rubber connector, and the thing is, the Matek done very smart. It didn't put this one inside the connector, so I let you put in order whatever you want to connect the SC. It's a very smart idea from Matek. And thanks for this company helping me and brought this for me as gift. I know there is many other gifts that come probably, I guess, the end of the month, or beginning the let's say February. I know there are coming a lot of gifts. I'm happy for that. I'm really pleased. This will help my channel. Definitely, it brings me happiness to me, because I will enjoy me first, and as the first person to enjoy it. And then, of course, from that, I teach everyone else on YouTube. Take it or leave it. My idea is to teach whatever is my experience, I bring to you. So far, I hope you learn about this echine. If you plan to buy, you know everything about this echine. The motor, they are good, frame is good. I've been fall from the sky 15 meters from the sky, nearly 20 meters down. Let's say the arm is a bit flexible, but trust me, that flexibility I've got, it saved the quadcopter arm. I didn't break it, so it is very light. So for me, I put thumbs up for the frame, motor. ESC, I'm not really yet sure. I cannot define what it is, but so far it done a good job. So for me, flight controller, VTX, antenna and GPS, the 4 things you need to move straight away. Another things I recommend, if you bought already this Eachine LR4 Shadow, make sure you put some sellotape on this one, and remind yourself when you get close to ESC. It is a metal. If you bring anywhere here and you forgot that you armed the quadcopter or the flight controller, you're gonna get a big smoke. So remind yourself. My idea, pull out, put some sellotape and wrap many times as you want, and you are safe. And if you want to put anything on the top here, sellotape, sticky pad, whatever you want, you get even more safer. So you don't let these metal things go inside the flight controller or the escape. Another thing is I suggest, if you fly very far away, you can put a Lion battery on the bottom, and this one you connect here through the bottom, and leave space on the top to put any HD camera, the way I do. When I fly a bit far, I put HD camera on the top, and on the bottom I stick the full Lion battery, 4S. And then I put this one on the bottom. And on the bottom of the Lion battery, I put another pad like this one, sticky pad. I cut off this one from a Eachine box. It comes from the Eachine box from LR4. It comes inside, just cut your size, and I suggest to put beneath the battery. It does add any weight. It's a very, very light. But if you drop on the floor, it saves you a lot. Okay, close here the video. I don't want to make it too long. I hope this one gonna help you someone over there. Get whatever from me you can get. It will help you, definitely sure. And with you for the next. I will do review on this flight controller, and I will do and show you the soldering, how it's supposed to be done, and show you a lot of tricks. And then finally I will put on there. I will show the flight of this one. Definitely when the next flight I will do from this, I will completely strip out everything. VTX, GPS, everything gonna go out completely. You're gonna see being mounted this flight controller. Okay, I close here the video. Thumbs up. I hope you like the video. See you for the next one. Thank you very much for watching my video. See you for the next one. Bye bye.